Hello everyone. Hi. Welcome back to my channel. So it is now the final week of October, which is insane. Yeah, I realized I haven't posted in like 2 weeks or more, maybe 2 weeks, I don't know. But I want to talk about a few different things. Basically, I want this to be posted on Friday because Friday is the feast day of Blessed Chiara Badano. This is one of the books I have of her. It just talks about like her life, her story, and this other book I have, 15 Days of Prayer with Blessed Chiara Badano. Also really good. Both of these are really recommended. I got these already almost a year ago as a Christmas gift. So I've read these both, super good, and I'm actually gonna start this one again on her feast day. It's super good, and one of the things I want to talk about, which is the page I opened up to, coincidentally, Jesus Forsaken. She talks a lot about this and like references Jesus Forsaken a lot, and it's just super beautiful. And she suffered a lot, and especially through her last days. One of her quotes here is, "If I had to choose between being able to walk and going to heaven, I would choose heaven. I want to go to Jesus." That's something else she said. It's crazy. She was just super inspiring, and I barely started to learn about her last year. Learned a lot about her story and what she went through, and so she was beatified on September 25th, 2010, which, yeah, that was already 11 years ago. When the day comes that she's canonized, I would love to go to her canonization, you know, that would be so cool. God willing, hopefully I'll be able to go, like in person to see that. If not, you know, could always watch it online, but it would be so awesome to be able to be there. Something that she has been really helpful in a way recently, she talks a lot about Jesus Forsaken, using her suffering for Jesus Forsaken, you know, not letting any suffering go to waste, you know. And during moments of suffering, you know, I try my best to remember that, and to remember that, okay, no suffering has to go to waste. And a phrase I usually use is, Father, use this, but I also tend to go to what she said as well, Jesus Forsaken. Hi guys, so I'm here editing the video, and I realized that I did not read a snippet from the book like I had planned to, but it goes more in depth about her, I guess, experience with suffering and Jesus Forsaken, and it dives more into that. And so I thought I'd read that snippet for y'all. So this is a quote from Chiara Lubit. I always had trouble with this one, but in one of her last letters, Chiara Luce told me of her decision to want to love Jesus Forsaken for himself, not so that she could get some benefit for herself. She wanted to love suffering for his sake, for Jesus Forsaken, and not because of the divine alchemy, which, as we know, transforms suffering into love. And Chiara Luce certainly knew what suffering was, especially during the last few months of her earthly life. But she had understood that these sufferings were precious pearls which had to be gathered lovingly every day. It was especially in the sufferings that required fortitude, patience, perseverance, and constancy that she felt able to love. It was in the surprises, as she called the frequent physical sufferings, that she was able to meet him, to see his face, disfigured and yet loving, and embrace him. So she lived with him, and with him she transformed her passion into a wedding hymn. Super beautiful. So that just really shows, you know, like how she took suffering, you know, and how she used it as a way to unite herself to him and to unite her cross to his cross, you know. And that's just super beautiful and inspiring. So yeah, she just had a lot of light in her, you know, and especially at such a young age. Like, here are some photos of her as like a little girl, and her some of her last days, and she just had all this light in her, and you can tell at such a young age too, you know, like such a role model. Like she was only 18 when she passed, unfortunately due to bone cancer. I really want to continue to get to know her more and read about her and get more books about her and like dig into her story a lot more and how she dealt with all that suffering, you know. She just has a lot of light inside her, and her name also, just Chiara Luce. I think that's so pretty. God willing, if I have a daughter one day, I would love to name one of them after her. But yeah, I just wanted to talk a little bit about Chiara. These books were gifts, so I don't know where they were purchased, but I will try my best to find them online so I can link them below. If they're not linked below, then I did not find where they're from. But yeah, I'm gonna do my best to find these online so I can link them below if anyone is interested in reading these as well. So yeah, I just wanted to take this time to share and talk about Chiara Luce. Also kind of like, you know, on the topic of Jesus forsaken and suffering. I wanted to talk a little bit about that. I can't remember if I mentioned in my last video. I might have said that I was gonna post like a few vlogs and stuff. To be honest, I filmed my family and I went to Yosemite a few weeks ago, and then we just got back a few days ago from a week-long trip. We went to Disneyland for a few days, and then we went to Nevada so my brother could visit his girlfriend. So it was a long trip. It was a long time. I did vlog Yosemite and Disney and Nevada. I recorded it. I vlogged it to the best that I could. And when I remembered, this video is kind of like a motivator. Okay, I want to post this on the day of her feast day, of Chiara's feast day. So I really I need to get it out on that day. So I have to edit it by this Friday, a few days. But life has been hard lately, and it's been hard to get the motivation to even edit. And I know I mentioned in 2 videos ago, I think, that I don't want to just put videos out there just to put them out there and for the heck of it, you know? I mean, there'll be some random fun videos that I'll do it like, oh, it's fun, random, whatever, I'll put it out there. But I don't want that to be the basis of my channel, you know, or it's where I'm not putting any effort, you know? Like, I want to put effort and feel good about the videos that I post, not just whatever, you know? And I don't know, I just feel like I haven't been motivated to do much, or at least I've just been feeling so down, and the enemy is really trying to stop me from doing things that I normally like to do and enjoy doing, and feeling like I'm in a, what are those called? Quicksand. Like I'm just falling in this, like I'm just slowly going down this pit of quicksand, and when I try to move and get out, it just makes it kind of, I wouldn't say worse, but I'm really leaning towards God to pull me out, you know? And I really just need to trust in Him, but also in the midst of this not good time, really offer up the suffering and think of Jesus forsaken, you know, like she did. I'm really glad that at least this suffering is being put to good use, you know, and it's not being wasted, which is something I would not want to do. I would not want to waste it. And the only reason I'm sharing this too is because, you know, my channel, I talked a lot about mental health, and I've shared my story about depression and when I used to be suicidal, and I talked a lot about mental health, you know. And the reason I'm sharing this, that's going on right now, that I'm feeling kind of, you know, that I'm feeling depressed and that I'm in the midst of that, is because, first of all, to know that, you know, we're not in this alone, reminder, but also because, you see, before, when I was really depressed, like years ago, when I was depressed to the point of being suicidal, I didn't have an ounce of hope, and I didn't have God in my life. Now that I'm kind of like in depression a little, not as much as before, but still depressed and also going through another dark time, there's a big difference than before because God is in my life now. And I just want to share that, that no matter what dark times we go through, God is always there, and that there is always hope. And now I know, like, as depressed as I feel some days and moments, and sad and heartbroken and drowning in sadness, sometimes I have that hope. I have that hope still, and that's the difference of last time. Because last time there was no really hope until, I found God and all of that. And there was no like, okay, I could get better. It was very hopeless before. And I mean, sure, some days I'll feel like just so sad, but I never get to the point where it's like, that's it, there's no more hope. It's hope, everything's hopeless. There's no point to living. There's this and that, because I know that's not true, and I know that's just the enemy talking. I don't really know what else to say, but I thought I'd just, share, speak about that a little, and most importantly, share Chiara Badano with y'all, and encourage you guys to learn about her and look into her story, because it's really beautiful. And I'm praying for you guys, and please keep me in your prayers as well during this tough time. I'm praying for y'all, and I pray you guys have a very blessed and beautiful day and week, and happy feast day of Blessed Chiara Badano. Remember that you have a purpose and you are needed, and God did not make a mistake with you. You are not an accident, and you have a purpose, and you are needed on this earth. This world is better because you are in it. So God bless you guys. And also, next week, I think I'm gonna start, my brother told me that I should start streaming, just gaming, which is a very different topic than what this is on this channel. This channel is faith, mental health, and all that, vlogs. But I mean, I do like to play games when I get the chance, so probably gonna start streaming on Twitch here and there whenever I play a game, and yeah, that link will be in the description below. I don't know when exactly, sometime next week possibly. Also, I forgot to mention, if you'd like to follow me on Instagram, I try to post a lot of Bible verses or saint quotes or prayers or novenas and things like that on my story, so maybe they can help you out too. Here's my Instagram handle, Nayeli Ayala __. God bless you guys, and I pray you have a very blessed and beautiful week. And peace out from Saint Therese, Saint Philomena, Mama Mary, Jesus, the Holy Family. God, I love them. And of course, Blessed Chiara Badano. Peace out and God bless.